Hey guys, Sly here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and here we have...
Hello YouTube, it's me, Wolfgang, your friend from the UK. Today we're doing an analysis, reactionary sort of video on two trailers. The first for the Mortal Kombat movie and the second for the FNAF Security Breach trailer. Starting with Mortal Kombat and starting with the resident Mortal Kombat expert between the two of us, Sly McFly.
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna skip through this a little bit, and the first thing we see is this part here where Jax is looking through this room with a bunch of glaciers and stuff, and he encounters Sub-Zero. And there's a sweet part in the trailer where he shoots his shotgun, and the buckshot is like slowly freezing as it's coming towards Sub-Zero's face. I love the CGI that they did there. It's really good. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome, actually. And then we get to the point
Followed
where...
by the beautifully executed arm rip.
Well, I wouldn't say arm rip. He just basically freezes his arms and then just...
What I mean.
Yeah, he just freezes his arms and shatters them. And I kind of like how they kind of took the different approach, because in the actual lore, Ermac like took off Jax's arms, but obviously there's no Ermac yet.
Yeah, Ermac's a bit too complex to introduce to what's assumed to be this early part of the Mortal Kombat story.
And after this, we are introduced to Sonya, who I like their casting choice, because it looks like how Sonya would look, and I really...
Certainly better than the Ronda Rousey casting from,
oh yeah,
Mortal
absolutely.
Kombat 11.
Absolutely. So then we get a first glance at Cole, who she meets up with. And we're gonna fast forward a little bit, and he shows off the dragon mark on his chest. I'm gonna zoom in right here. Yeah, as you can see, like, they're invited to the tournament from their birthmarks, putting that in quotations, which it's kind of weird but interesting at the same time, because in the original, or at least in the first movie, Shang Tsung like handpicked people to be in his tournament.
I mean, that's the thing. The Mortal Kombat tournament is an invitational affair, so it makes sense that people who have been summoned to it have some kind of supernatural invitation. Really, at least to me, makes sense.
And I gotta point something out in this trailer, which I found which made me just eye roll a little bit. There's this part where the woman he's with, I don't know if it's his sister or not, but like, he shows it and he's like, it's a birthmark, and Jack says, what do you mean? And then she goes, he was born with it. It's like, it's a birthmark. It's a birthmark.
What do you think a birthmark is, Jax? What do you think it means?
But yeah, we catch a little glimpse on what Cole's like skill is. He's just basically just like an MMA kickboxer type of dude. And yeah, Jax is like, hey, you've been chosen now. And here is everyone's worries, right? Is, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically that they feel like Cole's gonna be the front person, and basically all the other popular characters are gonna be taking the back seat. That's everyone's worry.
I mean, we all have our own different theories on who we think he is. I don't know if anyone else has said this, probably, But I personally think Cole might be a different form of Johnny Cage, or Johnny Cage before he was Johnny Cage, maybe.
That's actually an interesting theory.
I don't know, because the Johnny Cage is definitely conspicuous by his absence in this trailer.
Yeah, I thought it's super weird that Johnny Cage was nowhere in this trailer.
But on the other hand, you saw that one post about
Yeah,
somebody picked to play him in a sequel. Tell me, did that come from any kind of good source, or was it literally just a guy theorizing?
I have to look this up. I have to look this up.
It seems odd we're already discussing casting for a sequel to a film that's not even out yet. That seems very out there.
No, it says The Miz wants to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, okay.
And there's another article saying why The Miz would make a solid Johnny Cage.
I do agree that's a good shout to play Johnny Cage, because as much as those Marine movies fucking suck, The Miz is a good actor.
Yeah,
he just needs the right movie.
Yeah, and to be honest,
not the
I want him to do the nut
WWE
punch.
Studio shits out.
Yeah, I really want to see him to pull off the nut punch though. But yeah, moving forward, we see.
Yeah, the thing is, if they have him do that in a movie, then they're just gonna make WWE are just gonna make him reference it ad nauseum for the rest of his fucking career.
Yeah.
Because they're really shit with doing stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, so moving forward, we get a shot of Molina, and then this, I don't know what to call it, some like ancient painting of, I guess, the Mortal Kombat tournament.
I do like what they've done with. I do like the way Molina looks in this movie for what little we saw of her in this trailer.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of translating her design into film.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the actress who's playing Molina is actually her first role in the movie, I believe.
Her first role, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I've not really looked deeply into it. But if it is, good for her.
And here's like Sonya and Cole talking about it. And here's what would cancel out your theory, because we see Cole looking at the mirror, and then it flashes real quick. I don't know, like some figures like looking back at him surrounded by fire. So maybe that would be his powers? I don't know. Because I didn't catch it the first time I seen the trailer.
Like I say, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it. It was just an idea, because it just seems strange that Johnny Cage isn't present in a film that's probably going to be referencing mostly the plot of the original 3 games.
Yeah, but I think it might have get its own plot though.
Yeah, but still in keeping with, like, if not Cole, then Liu Kang's probably still going to be the one who wins the tournament.
Probably, yeah. So, and I like the next part too, where hold on, I need to play this real quick. Hold up. Whoa. Right here, where Hanzo, Scorpion's real name, is fighting off against a rival clan. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Scorpion or Liu Kang, but Liu Kang, Shang Tsung, a younger Shang Tsung, but because I'm freaking terrible at recognizing people's faces, but
I just think that the spear that he made was like a dead giveaway that was like a younger Scorpion.
yeah, yeah, there is the spear, I suppose.
By the way, I'm glad that they got the spear situation correctly because I hated it in the original where it just came out of his actual hand.
Where it's part of his body, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was so stupid because that's clearly was not what happened in the games.
I mean, it is a bit daft, but I mean, you got to remember back then, all they had was a digitized actor and a spear on a rope that appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For all we know, it could have come out of his hand because he didn't have any sleeve. He doesn't have any sleeves for it to jump out of.
Yeah. I guess in that aspect. So right there, they're kind of introducing the characters with Sonya, and I kind of like how Kano looks.
Yeah, Kano. Kano has. I don't know the guy's name, but he seems familiar, and he's definitely been well cast.
Actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. Who plays Kano?
Here's the thing: the way that Sonya seemed to introduce him as well. I gotta wonder if this is taking place before he betrays the unit and joins the terrorist group, the Black Dragon.
Okay, his name is Josh Lawson. Josh Lawson plays Kano.
That doesn't ring a bell.
But he's got the accent down though.
Oh, absolutely.
And they introduced Liu Kang. Everyone's saying, well, one person that I watch in the clutch was saying that Liu Kang seems small, but I think he looks pretty good. And I'm pretty sure it's the same person small? That was in, like short.
Well, he's... Let me get this right. Liu Kang is Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chinese people are, you know, shorter than people in the West. That's not a stereotype thing. That's, you know...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's not an insult thing either. It's just...
I think he's well built.
Know, shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stacked, definitely. He's definitely a martial artist.
And I believe it was the same person that was in that same episode that Anthony Mackie was in Black Mirror with the whole fighting vipers thing.
I wouldn't know. I didn't watch that series, so.
Jax, yeah, well, nothing really much to say. I mean, he looks how he should look, so.
Yeah, Jax looks alright. I like how they've gone with the. I like how the arms look.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't just look like a vinyl lycra fist.
Mm-hmm.
He's got actual robot hands going on.
And Kung Lao, my main, I actually like him.
Yeah, Kung Lao will be a big deal for you. Yeah.
Because I was so bummed in the movies that he never showed up, but I'm actually glad that Kung Lao is actually in a movie, and I'm pretty sure, I think he's played by Max Huang. I could be wrong. In fact, I'm gonna double check so I don't sound like an ass.
Raiden looks alright as well, even if a little young, maybe.
So it is Max Huang. Okay, so yeah, I think Raiden is I think it's actually from Japanese mythology. I don't know. I have to look into that.
And then after the introductions, it was doing the fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, right?
Yeah, and they kind of were showing a little bit of see, there's
That
Molina.
fight scene, what little we saw of it, looks really friggin' good.
Whoa, hold your horses, we ain't there yet. So we get a look at Molina as she's like licking her sai. I mean, here.
Yeah, she definitely does look like Molina. I mean, I've seen a few people say that she doesn't look Tartakan enough or whatever, but
Yeah, I can kind of see where they're coming from, though.
it's not an easy look to do, you know.
I was going to say the same thing.
I think she still looks all right. She still looks the part.
Yeah. So
because you can't go too far with the CGI, or it's just going to look goofy otherwise.
Yeah.
It's certainly better than the treatment Molina got in the older movie, where you don't even see her Tartakan mouth at all.
Yeah. So we forward a little bit, and then we see a statue of Shao Kahn. So he's probably going to be in the sequel. And I had to rewatch this over and over again to catch this, but there was something camouflaging above a room that you can see right here. So I'm guessing Reptile's going to be in this too.
Reptile then, huh?
And here's a fun fact. Shang Tsung, I think it's the same guy that played that... remember the scene in The Dark Knight where the Joker, like, goes in and they're at that meeting at the table where he does the magic trick?
Oh, the magic trick, yeah.
Yeah, the guy on the TV is actually the same person that's playing Shang Tsung.
Huh. Alright then.
So here we kind of see a ninja emerging from the shadows. It could be Noob Saibot, I don't know, but...
I don't know. I think Noob Saibot is a bit complex for
yeah, because
an introductory movie.
Because if we're talking about, like, Mortal Kombat-wise, Noob Saibot was the first Sub-Zero, and the first Sub-Zero was the one that took Jax's arms. So I'm guessing... I'm guessing I might be wrong then. Because if they introduce Noob Saibot, I'm going to be like, what the hell? This does not make any sense.
Of course, it could always be the second Sub-Zero anyway, because you got to remember the second Sub-Zero, even though he gets on with the Earthrealmers,
yeah,
he is neutral as far as his alignment goes.
Yeah.
He operates single-mindedly. His only interest is the protection of the Lin Kuei ninja clan.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
But this next part was freaking awesome when it skipped backwards. Hold up. This right here, when Liu Kang summons the dragon, I thought this was the most awesome freaking...
the animality reference, yeah. That was good. It was cool seeing that.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then we get Goro, which I think he looks great. My brother thinks he looks a bit rough, but...
Yeah, Goro looks alright in that shot anyway. How he looks compared to the rest of the scene, we'll have to wait and see. But at least there, the model looks good.
And then the fight. Now we're at the fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I really like that.
That was done so well. The freezing of the blood.
That's so video game logic. I love it.
That was so good. That was so good.
I actually really, really liked how they did that. And I thought it was the most amazing thing ever in the trailer. But
And then he builds the big wall and throws Scorpion
yeah,
through
he
it.
throws
It
him
looks
right
really
through.
good. And then they completely fucking ruin it with Scorpion's pretty poor delivery of the "get over here" line.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was like deep pitched, but I do agree because there's another YouTuber I watched who agreed that Ed Boon should have said that line.
He completely fumbled the over part.
Yeah.
Like, he almost sounded like one of those Japanese language bots speaking English.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Get over here.
Yeah.
It sounded like almost, and that was. Like, I can understand them not using the original voice recording, obviously, because it didn't sit well in the original movie either.
Yeah.
Like, it's an iconic clip. It sounds really good, but it works best in context. And the correct context for that voice clip is the Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet.
Yeah. But
like, I heard the way it was delivered, and I'm like, really? That's the best take?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that would have gotten like one more take, and then that would been awesome.
Like, it's 3 words. You could easily have that ADR'd.
Yeah.
Because that was not a good delivery for me.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But at the end, when they're
But
doing
the
the
fight
whole
scene, it's wow.
yeah, it's really
And then we
good.
saw a bunch of then it shows a bunch of different fatality moves
Yeah.
from the command of Shang Tsung.
See, there's Jax punching someone, and then we see Sonya blowing someone to shreds with her wrist cannons.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I mean, I'm sure there are purists who hate the fact that Sonya doesn't blow people up by kissing them anymore, but come on.
Yeah, that was a little silly. Even when they did that Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat Annihilation, like, I liked it when she did it there because it made a little bit more sense, but I was like, come on, man. Then it's Hanzo stabbing the top of someone's head, yep. And then it briefly
But I
shows
believe it
Molina.
finishes off with Kano's heart rip, right?
Yeah, but before that, it briefly shows Sonya and Molina fighting. And then it shows Kano doing the heart rip on some reptoid creature. I'm guessing that's reptile, but I'm not really sure.
We'll find out in the film, I guess. But I mean, the trailer. I think Kano pretty much summed up the trailer at the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
You fucking beauty. Absolutely sums that up, I feel.
Yeah, I really like that
very
trailer.
exciting trailer.
All right. Well, I hope that when it comes out, it's gonna be awesome. To be honest, it's really good.
Absolutely.
Anyways, you're up, good sir, with the FNAF stuff.
Oh yes, yes, the security breach gameplay trailer.
I mean, I'll give my thoughts on it first if you want.
Well, I mean, yeah, go ahead and take it away. Yeah, and I can. I feel like I talk better when I'm responding to somebody.
Yeah. So, FNAF security breach.
Let's just start with let's start with what you thought about that opening monologue with the mask.
I thought that was pretty creepy. and I like that. And
Yeah, we have
like I don't know
go on.
the story of it, so of the security breach. So I'm guessing you could take it away if if story details aren't put out yet. Then
Yeah, sure. Well, for the people who don't know, the main everyone knows at this point that the underlying hidden, quote marks, hidden story about children who go missing and get killed and shit. Even you know that, I'm sure, at this
yeah,
point. Yeah, well, the guy who did the killings is William Afton, is his name, and basically through fucking video game bullshit, he's now a computer virus. And this computer virus has taken on an apprentice in a woman called Vanny, and that rabbit mask you see represents Vanny.
mm.
And he's clearly manipulated this poor girl. You can tell by the way he's speaking to her
Yeah.
into doing this work for him to I mean, we'll see later on just what he has in store for her and other people involved.
Wow, that's super in depth. But
I'm trying my best. I'm trying not to ruin things
I know.
because we've got a whole trailer to look at.
Yeah, I kind of like this style of Five Nights at Freddy's because, to be honest, like, I know I've been making, like, some videos on the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, but the thing is, like,
Yeah, you tried to, and you didn't quite have the equipment for it.
Not only that, I just checked out. I was like...
Yeah.
I just don't know. It quickly lost my interest, but I think
Yeah,
this...
you weren't feeling FNAF 6, were you? It probably wasn't the best game to start with, to be honest.
Yeah, I get the appeal. I honestly do. I like it, but I don't know. Every time I play a FNAF game and I do a part of it, I just check out.
Yeah,
but this one,
if you hopped in on FNAF 1, it might be different, but honestly, with Security Breach going with the more traditional Outlast style of survival horror, that will probably work better for you, maybe.
Yeah, I like this trailer alone piqued my interest in FNAF again. Like, I really want to try this game out because it's actually different. It's like a breath of fresh air,
Whenever they decide to let us know when the bloody thing's coming out.
It was actually very shocking that this was going to be a launch title for the PS5. I didn't know it was that popular,
That's what it seemed like when not the state of play, whatever it was called, the showcase. It certainly looked like it was going to be a launch title at the time, but now it's been pushed back to fucking whenever, sometime this year.
Yeah.
The trailer still just says 2021 for the release date, so thanks.
But yeah, I kind of
whereabouts are you on the trailer? Because obviously I can't see your screen.
But yeah, I'm looking at with the wristwatch thing where it shows the inventory of the map.
You're on the wristwatch? Bloody hell! You have jumped forward.
Yeah, I'm just skimming through it because I have it to where the volume's really low, so I don't get copyrighted for it. So.
Well, that shouldn't happen, but
Safe to take precautions.
I'm all the way back at where you first see the rabbit skipping.
Oh yeah, that's pretty creepy actually.
Yeah, seeing the rabbit, the Vanny, the rabbit, skipping about.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't. We knew it was a person in a suit, but I didn't expect to see her playfully skipping about. That added a new layer of fear to her, really.
Yeah. See, I like how they're going for like the creepy vibe and not just flat out relying on jump scares, which I just hated about the games, actually. That's why I kind of stopped,
Now,
actually.
going forward a little bit from you when you first see Vanny skipping, and we see the security girl being passed by in the elevator.
Yeah.
If you can scrub back to that wherever you're on.
Yeah.
What do you think of that character design, by the way?
I mean, it's a little like cartoony, but I think it looks good, to be honest.
Some people do seem a bit put off by the cartoony look of the people. I mean, dare I say the F word? It does look a little Fortnite-y.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
the thing to consider is we haven't seen a human in this art style before.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time a human character has actually been seen that isn't in the form of an Atari game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because isn't every like human that's ever appeared in Five Nights at Freddy's with that 8-bit minigame type deal?
Yes, they are. I mean, honestly, we've seen the 2D posters of the characters, and I feel like they've translated it well.
Yeah.
And we had no idea what they would look like in 3D anyway, because Funko released these 12-inch statues that you can only get at GameStop or some shit like that, so I can't fucking get them, which is really annoying, but...
Or just use Amazon.
I've tried using Amazon for American exclusives before. It's really... You just can't find shit. You've got to hope some fuckers put it on eBay and isn't charging scalper prices.
Yeah, like how they're doing with the PS5.
Oh, don't get me... Let's not get started on that. Fucking hell.
It was funny because I was browsing the Facebook marketplace and someone made a posting for the PS5 as just a middle finger. and then they're just calling like the scalpers like money grabbing asshats. I was like, dude, I salute that guy. But
let's go through the trailer a bit more, and we see the Laser Quest area, as well as that new Freddy Fazbear's Pizzaplex logo, where we see Vanny's shadow sweep over it. Looks really cool.
Yeah, I liked what they did with that. And then we get to see the new animatronics.
Oh yes, and you have the classic Scott Cawthon formula of the trailer with the way the slogans come in when fear takes hold and that.
Yeah.
Roxanne Wolf, Montgomery Gator, Glamrock Chica. And then we see the full gang there.
Yeah.
With the light sweeping over them. They
look very spoopy.
I don't know if you noticed the music there, but they actually remixed a piece of music previously used in Sister Location for that.
I never noticed that.
And that worked. That ended up working really well. Then we jump forward a little further and we see a young boy in a room full of screens, like a security office.
Yeah.
This is our protagonist. This is who we play as, young Gregory here.
Ah.
And we hear what sounds like the
security lady, yeah. Now I'm piecing it together now.
The thing is, though, we've had a couple of other previous trailers, and the thing is, we've heard a voice that's almost undisputably Vanny, the bunny girl, and they sound the same. And not only that, but one of those statues I mentioned earlier does reveal that the security girl is actually called Vanessa. So you have the security girl called Vanessa, you have the antagonist in the white rabbit suit named Vanny.
Ooh.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems a bit... There's a bit of a... So the big theory right now is that they are one and the same person.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff we see in this trailer is very contradictory to that. So it's cast a shadow of doubt over something that we were almost certain was fact just a few short weeks ago.
Mm.
Well, that's an exaggeration. This trailer only came out a few days ago, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, a few short days ago, I ought to say. And we get to see more environments. We get to see.
I like the physics of the ball pit. Right here.
Yeah, the ball pit does look really good, even if it's quite clear. Even though what we're seeing at this point is clearly some dev textures at the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit too brightly coloured. Some people have noticed that. Some people have said it looks rough, and it's like.
I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks too rough.
Yeah, but there is a bit of a noticeable bit of. There were a couple of bits where it did seem to lack some polish, is what I'm saying. But again, this is a trailer.
Yeah, that's true.
Of a product that's probably not quite finished yet, so that you're gonna see dev textures, you're gonna see things lacking in polish.
Mm.
Especially since they seem to have been rushed for this trailer a little bit, because there was quite a bit of anger after a previous trailer came out, and I say trailer in quotes again because it wasn't really a trailer. It was a tech demo for a new NVIDIA graphics card that used security breach as an example of its ray tracing ability. Like, we saw a couple of things but didn't really learn anything new. So a lot of people, as usual, got their hopes up too much.
Yeah.
So there was pressure to bring out a proper gameplay trailer, and it was said that the trailer, we wouldn't hear anything about it until March, and it's still February when this came out.
Ooh, how about this scene in the kitchen where we're hiding from that chicken robot?
Oh,
for some reason that reminded me of Jurassic Park.
I've heard that. That's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, really?
Somebody getting reminded of the raptor scene. I was about to get to that because I'm interested in the monologue that's being shouted around there. Yeah, we see a few things there. We see us hiding from the animatronics. We see our guy getting chased by Roxanne Wolf, and she seems really fast, which is concerning.
Well,
Because she seems really fast.
well, duh, because it's like Foxy.
Yeah, she's running pretty fast, but at no point is our character being shown sprinting. Which is a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
Because it's like, is it going to do that bullshit where the bad guy is faster than you? So if you're seen, you're fucked.
Hopefully it's not going to be like Vampire Rain, if anyone knows that. It's a notoriously crappy game.
Then that's when we get to the watch that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. I kind of like that. I like it. Like, I like how it fuses everything from the last games into like this game while trying to be something different. I actually like that.
Yeah, there is actually a number of things to deconstruct looking at that watch as well. Like, we've got cameras, map, inventory, logs. We see that the time is specifically 12:09 a.m. So that begs the question of how does time pass in this game? Because even though it's called Five Nights at Freddy's, this the environment and the gameplay we've seen doesn't exactly lend itself well to taking place over the course of 5 nights. Because the assumption in previous Five Nights games is that once 6 a.m. hits, you've gone home for the day, and then you'd come back again the next night.
Or he could probably be sleeping in the security room. That could be a possibility. I don't know. But we'll have to see. Because at this point, it kind of reminds me of a first-person Dead Rising, except without zombies. How, like, with Dead Rising, you have, like, 3 days to complete tasks before rescue arrives and all that. That's kind of what it's reminding me of.
The thing about that is that either your rescue is already somewhere in the building, or you're on your own for rescuing yourself.
I think it's the second option.
It does mention a little later on in the trailer as well about getting out by morning as well.
Yeah.
And like I say, there's the whole thing where if everything's shutting down by daytime and everything's going back to normal by daytime, the mall that we're in, the superplex, whatever they call it, is returning to normal operations and they're letting people in. Gregory can just get out then, can't he? So it seems that the whole thing is taking place over one night, and then doing your tasks will advance the time.
Yeah.
And advance through levels. See, it seems very open world from the gameplay, but I expect that there's going to be a fair bit of railroading.
Yeah.
Through different areas. Like I said, there's a number of things going on on the watch: the cameras, the map, the inventory, the logs. There's also what appears to be flashlight power at the bottom. What could be a taser, because we've seen that before in the mobile game.
Yeah.
And other titles as well. Like FNAF 6, actually. Whoops, probably should have mentioned that first. No, even before that, Sister Location. Yeah, the idea of controlled shocks to stop animatronics. So I feel that might be a taser attached to the watch, but I feel like that's something that takes a long time to charge back up again. So it's not something you can just keep using, I expect.
Yeah.
Then there's what looks like a number 8 in a danger sign and 2 tickets.
I wonder what the tickets are for, actually.
I expect some kind of progression, or maybe even a secret thing, who knows?
Maybe.
What the 8 is still a big mystery right now, though. There's a huge question mark over that, but no idea what that's for.
Hmm.
Like I say, just after this, it finishes the angry ranting from this new voice, which we haven't heard before.
And then we see some dancing.
Now, one thing that voice is not is well, no, ignore me. I'm not going to say that. A lot of people are speculating it might be the voice of Montgomery the Gator. Which it could be, but it seems odd to me that an animatronic character is making these kinds of demands and threats. So, now, this is a spoiler for some of the novels, some of the books.
Mm-hmm.
But in the third novel, the fourth closet, we see like William Afton, like cut out of the Springtrap suit and stuck in a wheelchair, and his body's completely fucked up.
Ooh.
And stuff. So I'm wondering if that voice is actually that version of William Afton. I know it's different from what we heard in the beginning of the trailer, but at the same time, it's also not the same voice that we used to having William Afton have either. So it's a wondering if it's coming to question if he's been recast for some reason.
Hmm.
It's a bit of a contentious one at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to believe that the voice at the beginning is not William Afton. We'll make that clear now.
Yeah.
But it just seems odd that PJ Haywood wouldn't audition for it again.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Let's move a little forward.
But listening to that voice making demands and making threats of burning and that, it sounds something like William Afton would say. So it kind of seems like it might be him to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And after that, we get a bit of a super cut of animatronics running and jumping at us.
Especially this one, like, dancing on this platform, like a clown.
Mm.
And then...
We briefly get a view of what looks like a go-karting course. But looking at it at the bottom, there's a bunch of building materials there. So it looks like it might even be unfinished down there, which is odd. So it makes me wonder what could be going on with that area.
Yeah.
Because somehow I doubt we're doing a Mario Kart with the animatronics.
That'd be pretty funny, though.
That would be a fun mini-game, though. I will give it that. See, they've given us what's clearly a very big area to explore. And it's like, if there's not some kind of, like, free exploration option at the end of it all, then I feel like that's a big miss of an opportunity, very disappointing. But then again, it could just be the illusion of of a free roam, like I mentioned before. And it could really just be heavily railroaded and split into different segments.
Yeah.
With so much that's going on, you know? It's hard to say.
Mm.
And then we see Vanny peeking out of the staff-only door again, being creepy.
With the glowing eyes.
Then we get the logo and the must get out at morning thing. Now that hand that appears at the end,
Yeah.
that's another interesting one. Because, well, for one thing, there's the purple glow surrounding it.
I think it might be Purple Guy. Might be a stretch,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because William Afton is, of course, the killer, who is, of course, Purple Guy. You see the colour purple, and it's obvious that William Afton is involved somehow.
yeah.
Now, as I was saying before, William Afton previously seems to have turned into a computer virus, and it appears that Vanny's goal is to bring him back somehow.
Oh, okay.
And this thing that's reached out with its massive, horrible, nightmare animatronic-like claws, this appears to be a tease for some kind of final boss that is a resurrected William Afton.
Yeah.
Now, until we know what it looks like, we can't really say for sure what it is, but I also have my own opinion on what it could be. And again, this is another book spoiler, this time for the pretty much the entirety of the Fazbear's Fright series. You might enjoy reading those because they aren't heavily connected to the game lore, and they're like Goosebumps. So you might enjoy them. But at the end of each of these stories is part of an ongoing story about a creature called the Stitch Wraith. And the Stitch Wraith is basically an amalgamation of parts that's being possessed by the negative energies of the of deceased and troubled children. That's how it came together. It's a device made up of these personalities of dead children who are basically seeking each other out.
Yeah.
And in the end of the most recent book, which I think was Blackbird, was the most recent book. There's another one coming out called Puppet Carver, which will have the next part of this story. But I think the most recent one was Blackbird, and in the end of that, in the Stitch Wraith ending of that, it shows how the Stitch Wraith basically intends to gather up all of its own parts with the intention of destroying itself and putting an end to its negative energy. But at the end, what appears to be the evil energy spirit of William Afton, Purple Guy, appeared and essentially took the machine over, and it grew into like this 15-foot tall evil robot.
Yeah.
And this is what I think this is the hand of. I think that this is the William Afton version of the Stitch Wraith that we're seeing here.
Ah, I
Because
see.
while everything else in those Fazbear Frights book isn't connected to the game lore, the Stitch Wraith stories actually explains something in the lore of the games, which I won't get into because we'll be here all night otherwise. But basically, the Stitch Wraith explains why things get possessed. Is the short version of it. And the Stitch Wraith is now possessed by William Afton, and I think this evil thing here is William Afton's version of the Stitch Wraith, or this game's version of William Afton's Stitch Wraith. And after this, we just get the very underwhelming 2021 release date.
Yeah.
Sorry, I rambled way too long there. I'm sure you had things you wanted to say there.
No, I think you said all that was needed to be said. Like I said, you're the expert on this. I'm not.
Maybe I am, but it's still a discussion video. I'm sure there's things that you have to say or ask about.
I mean, there's nothing really much to say, I don't think. I mean, you basically covered everything. Like I'm just gonna say this. I like the different style that they're going with. You're not just sitting in an office looking at things, because thing was like that thing was done to death. It spawned so many fan games, you know.
As much as the formula worked, this advancement of the series is needed.
It really did.
I'd say.
But yeah, if I do end up snatching a PS5 when they're back in stock, I'll definitely give this a shot for real.
I mean, it's coming to PS4 and PC as well, so...
Oh, well.
Ain't gotta wait that long.
I might play it for PC, actually.
Or, you know, whichever one gives you the best access to editing software.
True that, true that.
I know I'm definitely grabbing it on my PS4 when it eventually comes out. And looking forward to seeing that Mortal Kombat movie too.
Yes,
Although, with that being said, distributing through HBO Max is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Not because it's a streaming service, but because it's a region-locked streaming service.
Yeah.
It's not like Netflix or Disney Plus. We don't get it over here. So, hopefully it's getting like physical releases internationally or something. Or releasing on a different platform entirely.
Yeah.
I saw the same problem with the Sonic 2 movie, actually. Like, they've only just announced the release date, as you may have seen. April 2022. And, like, their future, they're prepared for the future. Like, if the lockdowns haven't finished, then and it's not ready for theatre releases, it's going on Paramount Plus. Which, again, I don't think we have over here, which is going to suck for me. Because I really want to fucking watch that movie.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I'm sure we're still going to get physical releases
Yeah.
of these movies. Blu-ray and stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing about the Mortal Kombat movie. If they can, if people can do Sonic the Hedgehog great, I'm pretty sure they can do Mortal Kombat great too.
Yeah, video game movies in general have finally started becoming good. After a good 30 years of being shit. like guaranteed shit.
Yeah.
We're finally getting good movies. We've had Detective Pikachu. We've had Sonic the Hedgehog. This looks like it's going to be good too.
Well, I guess we could just end this off. Final thoughts?
Yeah, I think we've final thoughts. Yeah, that Mortal Kombat movie, it definitely looks like, at least from this first, it's definitely made a good first impression, at least. And FNAF Security Breach, well, despite a lot of the fucking toxic comments that it gets in the fucking live streams and that, seriously, did you see the state of play? Of course you didn't, because you haven't seen the trailer yet, but...
No.
Oh, the state of play. The comments are just as bad as what you get in the Nintendo Direct live streams.
Wow, that bad, huh?
That bad, yeah. Oh, so toxic. I don't know why they do it as premieres. Why they do this stuff as premieres anymore. Just fucking upload them as is. Don't do them live. Don't do them as premieres. Because it just brings all the fucking entitled little shits out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the people who fucking piss and moan that it's not. Like, I kept seeing, during State of Play, I kept seeing people talking about something called Elden Wand. What the fuck is Elden Wand? Have you heard about Elden Wand? Because I haven't fucking heard about Elden Wand.
First time hearing about it.
Apparently it's the new FromSoft game, which means it's just going to be Dark Souls, but not Dark Souls. You know, again. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You know?
Yeah.
FromSoft knows how to make one game. They know how to make it well, but they still know how to make one fucking game. So yeah, final thought. Don't fucking read live chat.
Yeah.
Basically. How about you?
All I can say is I'm excited for both, actually. I can finally play a Five Nights at Freddy's games that's kind of like Outlast or Alien Isolation, and I won't be screwed in the ears by obnoxious jump scares, so I'm glad it's being taken in a different direction for once. And Mortal
Don't
Kombat.
get twisted though, there's definitely going to be an obnoxious jump scare as the consequence for losing.
Yeah. But at least I know when I'm about to lose. Because in the other games it was a little bit harder for me to tell.
Like I said, again, FNAF 6, probably not the best game to start with.
Yeah. Because it tells you, this is my critique on those games, it tells you to listen, it's like, and then it just gets close, like that, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to listen for the noises, leave me alone.
Oh, how about that fucking troll that hand unit plays during the Ballora level of Sister Location?
I think I saw that. That's just mean.
Like, it tells you go through it fast, but you know not to go through it fast because it'll fuck you up if you go through fast. So you're taking it nice and slow. You're waiting for Ballora's music. Then you're halfway through and all of a sudden, it seems you are taking a long time. Completely blows your fucking eardrums out as it echoes all over the place. Like, how the fuck did Ballora not find you right then and there?
Yeah. But yeah, that's our final thoughts. We're excited for both of these, and yeah, I might do my review on the Mortal Kombat movie as soon as it comes out. And that'll be it. This is Sly McFly. I'm out.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.